Coming to you straight from the Rio Grande and beyond, broadcasting to the four corners of the globe. So grab your seat, your coffee, or your sundowner.
Okay, everybody, here we go.
On point, as always. This is Gloves Off. Gloves Off.
Have you ever wondered about what happens in a martial arts studio? Well, you start right away by setting goals, building determination, gaining focus, building skills, all while becoming more fit, gaining confidence, and learning self-defense. Buitron Academy is a school where attitude meets aptitude. So give us a call at 956-401-4868. Hey guys, I want to wish you the best, especially from Gloves Off and the crew that we have. We want to thank you for a wonderful year that we had here in 2022. We had an exceptional year. We made a lot of good friends. We met some great, interesting people that wanted to lead for Laredo. A lot of great candidates that were out there. Listen, I'm going to talk about the elections a little bit and 2023, some predictions that I have, and kind of take it that route. There were a lot of great candidates, a lot of people that were tired of what this past administration had done, how the city was, where it was going. There was a lot of issues. We had people young guys that were 18, 19 years old, standing up and saying, you know what, I'm going to run because we need to change. So there's a lot of problems, okay? 2020, we saw not only the lies, we saw the abuse, we saw the tyranny step up, and guess what? Some of that tyranny has been elected. And are we going to see it in 2023? I don't know, but I'm going to tell you something else. We have the runoffs came and go. A lot of people were mad on the decisions, whether they won, whether they lost. Listen, the people spoke. People elected who they wanted to have. The only thing I ask by those new elected individuals that we have is do what you were elected to do, okay? And it will show. It will show what you were there for. There's a lot of good guys there, a lot of good women that were elected. One of them, you can tell that really wants to see Laredo shine. You can see that she wants to go in there and do some change. You have some that are kind of lost, bewildered of what happened. Listen, Laredo's in a very hard time in our position. Things that happen to Laredo in comparison to the United States, it's kind of like the last phase. We don't see the beginning of a fad. We kind of see the last of the fad, and it lasts longer. Understand what I'm saying? And you used to see that, especially with the trends of clothing and so on and so forth in the 80s, 90s, and so on and so forth. The trends would come and go, and you'll see it change in New York and the East Coast and the West Coast and Dallas and so on and so forth. And all of a sudden, they were already using some other fad, and Laredo was still behind the trend. Well, are we that far back behind the trend? Early 2000s, Laredo was the second fastest growing city in the United States. What happened? We lost that. I got very upset this morning. I was talking to a couple of individuals that I saw over breakfast, some individuals that were moving their businesses to San Antonio. And he said, you know what? Laredo's no longer the competition. It is only a road that is being used by the import-export companies, like many other roads are being used. And I stopped and I realized. And he said, what? And I said, explain. It goes McAllen, the Valley, El Paso, Del Rio, Eagle Pass, San Antonio. Don't consider Laredo a part of the competition anymore. Laredo's just a mere pit stop to fill up gas and to keep on going forward. Just part of the road. And I just looked at myself and I said, you know what? I've seen the residual effects. You had a lot of people talking about if certain people got elected, they were going to move out of town. Well, guess some of those people did get elected. And they were going to move out of town because they knew that Laredo was going to go in downhill. Is it really? That's the questions we have to say. Now, to the newly elected that are going in there to the city, there's a common trend that you all were saying, is that you all are going to fix the water problem. You also, every candidate and everybody was also saying that the voter turnout was very, very low. You know why that is? Most people don't want to vote because they always say it's the same people, same establishment, just playing musical chairs. In a way, it's true. In a way, it's not. If you don't go out there and vote, you cannot change the system. So the system's going to stay the same if you don't go out there and vote. But right now we have some, we have to give them the chance, the benefit of the doubt. But here's what I'm going to say for 2023, especially those who just got voted in. All of you were talking about fixing the water issue. If you all do not tackle that water issue, I'm going to give you guys 60 days. You lost the face in front of the citizens of Laredo. Laredo's going to say, you guys are just the same. Not going to trust you anymore. It's no longer the flying kites at the park with your favorite councilman, the eating the hot dog of your favorite councilman, the let's sleep at night in a tent with your favorite councilman. All those things are going out the window. They're no longer going to be the magical pill for you to get brownie points. The problem that we have here in the city of Laredo is that the crime rate is going to go up because of the issues that we have on the border. The other thing that we have, and you're going to start seeing, is you're going to start seeing a lot more small businesses gather up. You're going to start seeing unities between them all. You know, it was in 2021, it was rated one of the best cities to a small business. But it wasn't rated that because there were more people opening up small businesses. A lot of people had just gotten their COVID money, thought that they can do something else, and they're starting to open up a small business to move forward in that sense, which is great and beautiful. But a lot of that money ran out. A lot of people don't have it. Right now we're in the middle of a recession. You're going to start hearing that word a lot more. You're going to start seeing it being swept underneath the rug, and other things are going to start popping up. That recession is going to hit here in Laredo as well. Okay, I'm not being pessimistic, but we just have to be a realist about what's going on. And it's already hitting people in the different realms of small businesses. You see it with memberships in gyms. You see it with memberships in dance studios, martial arts schools, yogas. You see it everywhere. People are going down. Because there's not that money out there. People say, but the restaurants are full. Listen, folks. People need to eat. People need to get sick. People need to die. Those businesses will always be full. Anywhere else, they're always going to be kind of full. Understand what I'm saying? So, but what I'm saying is that your regular businesses that are out there, a lot of people now are going to be switching speeds and slowing down. You're going to see a lot more big companies, though, especially those that made it, and they're going to start saving the employees that excel and letting go of those that don't. So it's going to be a little bit of turmoil. You're going to see that happening. So small businesses, you have to start taking care of your clients a lot better. That client relationship should be there. The product, you better continue keeping the same product that you have, or better the product that you have. Don't downgrade the product, as many restaurants do. You know, they start buying choice meat. All of a sudden, lower choice meat, because we're not getting that many customers. Well, guess what? The favorite customer comes in, tastes the difference, doesn't go to your restaurant anymore, and then people say, how come they don't come over? How come I can talk about restaurants? Well, number one, I'm an executive chef, so I can talk to you about that industry all day long. What do we see happening else here? I see the county, Webb County, stepping up to the plate and pulling the reins, and it's going to be Webb County that's going to lead people out. I don't think it's going to be Laredo as the municipality. Laredo City, Laredoans, and then you have, when I say the city of Laredo, I'm talking about the municipality. I don't think the municipality is going to be that proactive. It's going to be catching up to a lot of issues now. We're going into this past administration left behind a lot of mess. There's no city manager. They're going to try to push in a city manager. They're probably going to fight for a city manager for the next 6 to 9 months. Watch what's going to happen. They're going to try to change rules. Why? Because the special interests are going to be out there saying, we need to be paid back for getting you elected. So those special interest groups, you're going to see them move forward. What I'm afraid that's going to happen with the people that we have inside and with the attitudes that we're in there, it's very polarized. It's not united, and they better start coming in and thinking together. It's not, if you thought the last administration was divided, this one's a little bit worse. This one's expanded. It's sad to say because I love our city, but we are in very, very deep waters, and we're very, very troubled waters in 2023. The only thing I can say is we really need people, and it's going to take the community to bring it in, and it's going to take those individuals that are elected, those individuals that we entrust ourselves to start understanding the motivation where Laredo's going to be. Either you're going to take it forward or it's not going to happen. And we need manufacturing jobs. We need that to come down here. It's not happening. Like I said, Laredo's not the competition anymore. It's not even in the face. It's already been lapped. And that's kind of sad. The best thing I say is if you have a business and you own your own business, keep your clients, keep moving forward, shake hands, go back to your basics, and start producing for yourself. Nobody else is going to produce for you. I think the community is going to stay resilient, but the community is going to say, not today anymore. And if the water issue is not fixed, and if they start procrastinating on the city manager, and it starts moving back forward, if they start seeing the special interest start give me a pay me back time, the citizens of Laredo are going to react more so now, and those that are running in 2023 are going to be voted out. Watch what's going to happen. You're going to see that come of age. It's going to be very, very interesting to see. It's going to also be very interesting to see September, October, of those that want to run for the following year. They're going to say, you know what, I want to run for this position, I want to run for that position. You're going to start seeing a lot of people standing up and saying, you know what, I think I can do a better job. If you're going to be a candidate, let's talk to candidates out there, future candidates, or those that were in there. Start studying who won. Start studying how each one won, who they had, and also start studying who lost, what they did wrong. Okay? It's not about personalities here. It's about getting voters to go out and vote and start looking at it in that sense. You had a lot of you had 38, 39 people that had their names on the different elections. It's one of the most aggressive elections that Laredo has had in many, many years. I mean, you had people running for all kinds of stuff from all age groups and from all social levels, and also from all the different types of vocations you can get. You had people that never did anything in their life get elected, to get people that have been in front of the community getting elected, to also people that had no experience wanting to be elected, to people that had a lot of experience that were running and didn't get elected. So you have to see how the campaigns are going. And that's how you have to start planning out. Now, you can't be saying, oh, this person won't. No. Look at who helped who. How did they get involved? How did they get involved with the community? And what happened? Okay? Because now the way things are looking at, it's the cliques are very much there. And let's just face it, that's part of Laredo's politics. And hopefully that those cliques that are inside do not get vindictive, because they'll bring Laredo down faster than a natural disaster here. Okay? So on another note, I want to wish you all a best new year. Remember, pray for peace, train for combat, and if you want to come out and learn how to defend yourself, learn it correctly, come on out here. We have a lot of programs coming up here in Buitrón Academy. Believe me, we're always on the quest for the best, and that's basically what we're going to do this year. We're going to be having a lot of events, especially for people who start shaping up on themselves. And the reason I say this is, if you're able to influence others in a positive manner, help others there, okay? You have a neighborhood, you're a city council person, and you have a neighborhood, and there's a couple of empty lots. Make them into a nice little park for the kids who are in that area. Do that. It's the best thing. Oh, there's no skate park. You know what? Let's put a skate park in there. You know what? There's no swimming pool. Let's put a swimming pool in there. Oh, guess what? Stuff like that. Fix the roads. Fix what you have to do. Make sure that the water is potable water, that it's running. Those are the essentials of life. Let's bring down the crime. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna paint the gutter because I have an activist group that wants us to paint all the gutters in Laredo, and we're gonna put sunflowers and rockets and I don't know, marshmallows and balloon men, and those are gonna be what's gonna be. No, how about let's start taking away the drug pushers in the neighborhood? How about that? Let's worry of those crusades, not the crusade because I'm going to paint sunflowers and butterflies. Start thinking positive. Let's start cleaning and making it better. Okay? Because believe me, the way we're going, it's kind of hard to fathom when you're talking to people and they say, Laredo's no longer the competition. That to me was saddening. Especially when you represent Laredo, and you represented Laredo in sports that across the nation and internationally, and you're doing your best, and all of a sudden people come over and say, you know what? Laredo's no longer the competition. That to me was detrimental when I heard that yesterday. So next time, you guys be safe. And remember, it takes a community to make the community, and we have to stand up now and be more united. There's a lot of leaders out there. There's some community leaders that came out that have organized issues and gone after in their own community, their own niches. Let's help each other out. Let's move forward. Till next time, much peace. We'll see you next year.